Hi, Taehyung Lovers all around the world. Welcome back to Taehyung Lovers Worldwide channel, the channel that always stands at the very front line spreading the kindness, charisma, and global power of Kim Taehyung. But today I'm asking for just 3 seconds. Don't scroll. Don't treat this as just another ordinary reel. February 2026, the online world wasn't just busy, it trembled. One Instagram post titled, "What is your love song?" exploded within minutes. No teaser, no countdown, no press conference. Just one video, one gaze on a snowy night, and one sentence that hit harder than any controversy. There is nothing but love for the fans. Why could such a simple sentence make millions of people stop? Why did his gaze on that snowy bridge feel like a personal message, not just public content? And why did his choice to mention a particular love song spark a global discussion that not everyone dared to talk about? There is a pattern that few realize. There's an emotional strategy far deeper than just the aesthetic of an expensive leather jacket and cinematic visuals. And even more surprising, his response to criticism actually made his influence grow stronger. In this video, we're not only discussing what is visible, we will dissect the meaning behind that question, its psychological impact, and a reason why a single post could break through the global algorithm without excessive promotion. If you think this is only about fashion and love songs, you're wrong. Watch until the end, because by the end of this video, you might see Kim Taehyung in a different way. Like, comment your love song, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell right now. And don't forget to share it, so the world always sees the sincerity and the power of love that Kim Taehyung brings. Ready? Because after this, you may never see February 2026 the same way again. Because in February 2026, the online world wasn't just busy, it trembled. And the center of that tremor was Kim Taehyung. A simple yet intriguing Instagram Reels titled, "What is your love song?" turned into a global phenomenon within minutes. No major teaser, no press conference, no excessive promotion. Just one video, one sentence, one atmosphere that felt deeply personal yet massively impactful. When he wrote, "There is nothing but love for the fans," that sentence was no longer just text. It became a mood. It became energy. It became a cross-country conversation. In a short time, the video spread from Instagram to various other platforms. Discussions exploded on X, reposted clips appeared on TikTok, and Google searches related to his name sharply increased across multiple regions. This phenomenon was not just an ordinary viral moment, but an example of how a single emotional message can cut through the noise of the global algorithm. Many media observers noticed the same pattern. Every time Taehyung shares reflective and intimate content, the public response is even stronger than major commercial promotions. This is not coincidence, but proof that emotion is the most valuable currency in the digital era. The visuals he presented that night felt like a scene taken from a cinematic film. Kim Taehyung stood on a city bridge as snow fell slowly, the car lights behind him stretching like strokes of light in a painting. He wore an oversized black leather jacket with a boxy cut and large flat pockets on the front. The silhouette was masculine, firm, yet still effortless. The leather texture looked matte and premium, with broad shoulder lines that strengthened his mysterious aura. Similar models are usually found at fashion houses like Celine or Saint Laurent, with price ranges between $3,000 and $5,000. But what made the public captivated was not merely the label or the price. It was the contrast he created. A gray beanie and black mask built visual distance, yet his eyes remained warm and almost fragile. That is where his magnetism was born. Mysterious yet sincere, distant yet close. The contrast became even stronger when the public compared it with another moment that also went viral again. In an interview session showing a different image, he sat neatly wearing a dark gray shirt with warm lighting that highlighted his calm expression. He held a card reading daily fashion news, smiling softly without dramatization. There was no snow, no night shadows, just grounded calmness. A mysterious global fashion icon and a man with a simple, gentle aura, as if showing two equally strong sides of one personality. And the public wondered, was this a carefully designed communication strategy or an honest reflection of himself? Most likely, both walk side by side. The official BTS account also uploaded a similar format with the sentence, "What is your love song? My love song is..." When Taehyung mentioned that his choice was Boy With Luv, the choice felt symbolic. The song is associated with light, bright love, and simple happiness. In a world often filled with digital conflict and extreme opinions, he instead chose a warm narrative of love. That decision sparked long discussions among fans. Some saw it as a subtle message about the importance of maintaining innocence and love, while others read deeper meaning behind the seemingly simple choice. Yet behind global praise, waves of criticism still existed. A public figure as big as Taehyung is never fully free from sharp scrutiny and cynical comments. Some called him too poetic. Others accused him of building an emotional image for branding strategy. But his response remained consistent. No dramatic clarifications, no exaggerated controversy. He responded with work and consistency. In the modern entertainment industry, such a response actually strengthens the image of calmness he has built. When some people react loudly, he chooses stability, and that stability is what makes his influence endure. Psychologically, the question, "What is your love song?" holds power far beyond its appearance. An open-ended question like that encourages personal reflection. Everyone has a song that reminds them of someone, of a certain time, of an unfinished emotion. With one sentence, he invited millions of people to reopen their most intimate memories. This kind of communication strategy is effective because it directly involves the audience. He does not give answers. He opens space for participation. And in the digital era, participation is the key to virality. In the end, February 2026 was not merely about an expensive leather jacket, not only about a trending reel, and not simply about a choice of a love song. It became a study of how visual aesthetics, emotional messaging, and the right timing can unite to create global impact. From the snowy night to the warm interview room, Taehyung showed that power does not always come from the loudest voice. Sometimes, it comes from the right whisper at the right time. When he asked, "What is your love song?" it felt like an invitation to pause in the middle of the world's noise. An invitation to choose love, even when the world often offers the opposite. And perhaps that is where phenomenon lies. Not in the drama, but in a calmness that feels radical. Now the question returns to us. What is your love song? And why is that the one that remains in your heart until today? And at this point, you already know why February 2026 was not an ordinary month. The online world wasn't just busy, it trembled. And the center of that tremor was Kim Taehyung. One reel, one question. What is your love song? No massive promotion, no cheap drama. Yet the impact crossed countries. From Instagram to X to TikTok to global searches. From a leather jacket on a snowy night to a warm interview room. From a mysterious aura to a grounded smile. Everything merged into one message that not everyone immediately understood. He did not shout. He did not answer hatred with noise. He chose love. And that is precisely where his power lies. Thank you for watching until the end. Taehyung Lovers. If you truly felt that vibration, write in the comments, what is your love song and why? We want to read your story. Don't just be a silent viewer. Like if you believe kindness is still relevant. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next important moment. And don't forget to share it so the world always sees the sincerity and strength of Kim Taehyung. If you don't like it, you are free to skip. Taehyung Lovers channel never forces anyone because love is never forced. See you in the next moment. And remember, that simple question might still be echoing in your heart.